Hey, I'm Allie, and I wanted to show you a few quick movements that'll help you feel a little bit better in your body. A lot of times it can be daunting getting into exercise. We think, oh, should I put my shoes on and go for a run? Should I pick up some weights? What do I do? So if you're just pushing away from your desk chair or you'd like to take a seat on a kitchen or dining room chair with me, I'll show you how to start. So first rules, we never move into pain. If something doesn't feel good in your body, you probably shouldn't do it. So just back off, listen where you can, and do your own thing when it's necessary. Our bodies won't look alike, and that's great. All bodies are different. So we'll get started with a few deep breaths. As much as possible, breathing in and out through the nose and letting any sound come out. If you need to sigh or make some sort of vibrational breath, one of my favorite is an HM, like a So allowing the breath to consciously move in and out can make a big difference just to take a few conscious breaths. We do it so automatically all day long. So bringing awareness is excellent. Now moving into some seated cat-cows. Hands are on the knees. We inhale to open the heart, looking up. As you exhale, rounding the spine, almost as if you could look inside your belly button. Taking these movements on your own breath. We do about 3 in each direction. You can take plenty more if you'd like. Just for time's sake, making it a little quick. And for the next one, I love to take my fingertips behind my head. If you'd like, you can leave them down. You can reach with your arms, but doing a little bit of lateral flexion through the spine, which just means side to side. I'm going to do this version where my elbow reaches because it just reminds me to keep my heart space open. So doing a few to each side, and then we'll get into twists. So twisting can look like this, keeping the hips in place and twisting the upper body. If the shoulders don't love this, you can take the hands down to the thigh and the back of the chair. Again, taking a few each side as slowly, as quickly as your breath is allowing. And once we've done a few of those, I already feel a little more open in my spine and ribs. Now we'll take our figure 4 stretch. An ankle comes across the opposite thigh. I'm right above my knee joint, and my foot stays flexed to protect the knee. If you'd like, this might be enough of a stretch. You can also put a little pressure on this knee gently as you fold forward. And we're aiming for a stretch in this hip. It's getting those external rotators to open a little bit. And we breathe. And maybe you sink a little farther into it. And we can move to the next side, removing that ankle. Taking the other one across. Again, flexing this foot to keep the knee safe. Again, this might be plenty. Some people might look like this. Some people might look like this. We all have different hips. It's okay. So maybe a little pressure on the knee, maybe a little fold forward. And most importantly, we breathe. And this is the challenge when we're being forced to feel a lot and we're folding and we're holding and breathing. Where does your mind go? Can you let something soften? This is where it gets a little intense. Once we've done both sides, I'll invite you to take a little wrist stretch with me since we tend to be on our phones and computers all day. We'll start with fists, taking the knuckles towards each other and away from each other, as if you're playing with sock puppets, and they're looking at each other and they're looking away from each other. Then we'll extend our fingers out. We come up like you're giving someone a high five, and then you're showing off your rings, and you high five. And maybe you got some crunchies like me. I hear my right wrist doing a little funky thing. And from here, what we'll do is keep the fingers open and tap the thumb to each available fingertip, spreading wide between each one. Yeah. From here, we'll take a stretch. So watch carefully. We'll take our left palm out. Your right hand is going to hold down your index finger while the thumb taps all of the available fingertips on that hand. Then we move to the next finger. The thumb taps all of the other available fingertips. Now I'm feeling a pretty big stretch through my hand and my forearm when I do this, and you just keep moving down the line. Once you get all the fingers, then you take your thumb joint and you hold it back and wiggle the fingers around. And then you'll take your hand out like this. You grab the fingers. A lot of people won't be able to straighten their elbow all the way. That's okay. As long as you feel a stretch in top of your forearm, you're doing it right. So I'll take a moment there. You can shake that hand out, and then we take the other palm. You grab onto that index finger. We tap, tap, tap. And you just keep moving down the line, holding one finger, tapping the thumb to all the other ones. You'll probably feel a good stretch. Sometimes you can't even reach all the way. That's okay. We all have different abilities, different flexibilities. We do our thumb joint. And then we take our hand out. We pull the fingers towards your body, and the shoulder stays down the back. So once you're done with that, we'll shake it out. Maybe some shoulder rolls. I love to swim one back and then the other, and then maybe taking it the other way. And give yourself a little assessment. If you feel better, fantastic. Share this with anyone you think might like it, and book your free assessment with me. Take care.